If you're doing something wrong on a cruise ship, let's say you are sneaking alcohol on board the cruise ship. No, you're not supposed to do it, but we all know people do it anyway. Why would you film yourself doing it and then post it on social media? You see, all of the cruise lines out there, actually all major corporations these days, they have entire departments whose sole job is to watch social media. What are people posting? What are they saying about our company? In the case of cruise lines, what are they doing on our ships? And if you don't think that the cruise lines do that, well, I got a couple of video clips for you today. Now, the first one I have for you is going to be from Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, John Heald, talking about what he says happens when people post these types of videos on the internet. And then I'm going to show you an example of exactly what he's talking about, because I have a video where it sure looks like they decided they were going to sneak some booze on board a cruise ship, thinking they were slick, thinking they were going to get away with it, and they posted it to social media. And let's not pretend like the cruise lines didn't see it. But before we get to that video, let's take a listen to exactly what John Heald has to say about people posting videos of breaking the rules on social media.
Do you remember that very famous saying, Big Brother is watching you? It's a famous quote from George Orwell's book 1984. I hope I got that right. It's very basically, it talks about mass surveillance and all that kind of stuff. What George Orwell didn't foretell was that it would be all of us buying the cameras, and that our biggest phobia would be that nobody was watching us. Social media video. So here's a little message to the people who post videos on Instagram and TikTok, TwitX, Facebook, showing something that they've done, whether it's smuggling something on board or gleefully telling us that they've broken the ship's rules and ha ha ha, look how cool we are. Well, you, in my opinion, have one less brain cell than an amoeba. Because when you post that video, we get to see it. We get to see it. Often during the cruise you're still on, or afterwards. And that's because we have people at the mothership who are looking at all the social media channels. And many of you watching this send those videos to me and say, look what somebody has done. Now, I don't want you all to be telltale tits. I would never ask you to do that. We've spoken about that recently. But if these videos, I just don't get, if these videos are posted while they're still on board, we find you, the security teams find you, and they find you, I should say, and they confine you to your cabin. They have a security team member sitting outside of your cabin, or often you are disembarked off the ship in the port, and that's you standing on the gangway having to pay for your own way home. No refunds for your cruise. That's it. If the video is posted after the cruise, well, we find you. And the end result, of course, is that you will never cruise with us again. So when you're posting these videos saying, look what I've done, aren't I so bloody cool, look at me, or if you break a ship's rule by, well, I'm not going to be specific, we find you and you will never cruise with us again. And I also know from speaking to a very good friend of mine who works for another cruise line, one of our, I don't want to say competitors, but another big cruise line. I've known this gentleman for years and years, and he has quite a senior position. And we were talking the other day, and they do exactly the same, just as I'm sure the theme parks do as well. Listen, I know we live in a world where everybody wants to film everybody doing everything, but if you're breaking a rule and now you're posting it, you are silly. You really, really are, because you will face the consequences. Just enjoy your cruise, stick to the rules, think of others, and that won't be followed, if you don't do any of those things, by a lifetime ban on cruising.
So just like he said, Carnival Cruise Line looks at those videos. If they see the video and you are still on the ship, there is a chance security is going to come knock on your door. There is a chance you could get a fine. There is even a chance they could put you off in the next cruise port over what some of these people post. You could get a lifetime ban from the cruise line over some of the videos that these people post. You would think by now this is pretty common knowledge that, look, if you're doing something, you're going to do what you're going to do. You probably don't want to post it on social media, because you post a video like this and, well, if the cruise line saw it and you were on board the ship, well, there could have been consequences.
Okay, so let's get into it. So you see me, you see the bump. It's given 4 to 5 months, maybe twins, maybe a boy. And my family, they gonna stand beside me. My auntie Sammy was looking like, I know I just saw you in the gym at 5 a.m. the other day. How did that happen? But don't worry about it, because I got something for you, buddy. I got a shot for you. Turns out I got a leader in my fake belly. And I did also have wine bottles, because I don't want to hear y'all say, oh, you picked this bottle wine bottle. Yep, I did that. And I bought a liter in my belly. And we're going to take a shot from my belly. Everybody. Or you can hang out with us. Everybody take a shot. Open your mouth, matter of fact. That's exactly it. Take a shot. Happy Mother's Day 2025. Best cruise ever.
Now, in all fairness to this video, they don't actually ever say what's in that bag. For all we know, this whole video could have been a joke, and it could have just had water in it. Don't actually know what was in the bag. And in all fairness, don't even really know how old this video is. I don't even know if this was something recent. This just happens to be something I've recently come across, and it is a good example of something you should not be posting on social media. This is exactly the type of thing the cruise line is looking for. And really, pretending you are pregnant so that you can sneak what appears to be alcohol on board the cruise ship so you can drink it in your cruise cabin. You film the whole thing like it's a joke, like it's a good time, like it's a party. You post it to social media, and chances are pretty good someone from the cruise line saw it. Now, I have no idea if there were any consequences. I have no idea if the cruise line even ever said a word to them. But if you're thinking about making a video of something you're doing wrong on a cruise ship, well, here's a good example of something that the cruise line is definitely looking for, and I wouldn't recommend you be the one to post it. But hey, like always, you do you. And that's going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.